till 10, 11 o'clock in the night. Come on, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? So it's important that we continue to have these dialogues, that we continue to teach them what it look like, what everybody in society have their role. Everybody in the home has their role. And you notice if one start crossing over, conflicts is going to start. It starts within the home, Kamara. It starts within the home. So we need to stop printing. You're a young man. We need to stop printing the picture. The man come home in the morning, he drunk. He won't go have fun with the wife. The wife said no. He start cursing her. He start beating her. The young boys are doing the same thing because it's what they have seen every day. We can't have a better Liberia until these things, we start to address some of these.
Let's talk about the schools. You've worked with several schools. How do you work? How do you get the schools involved?
Okay, so assessment, because in my field, data is important.
Okay. Data informed your decisions.
Yes. So I work with Iron Gate. There's a school in Iron Gate. Awake. I work with Kids Smart just last year. I'm going to Bummy in the village because they live in the village, so they're not supposed to get good education. To see, first of all, what is lacking. So as an educator, you go and you see the benches, you see what the children sitting down on, you see the teachers are not being paid, you see the in the classroom, there's nothing there. So we have the have and the have-nots. So when I go in these places, I do provide, teach the teachers. That's the training. My goal is to always leave knowledge and then provide. Like now, after the interview, I'm going to Benin. I went there 2 weeks ago, but I'm taking some stuff back there after I leave here. Copybooks, book bags, resources for the teachers, and all those kind of things.
Why are you targeting the teachers?
But if you don't know what you're doing, how you teach our children?
Okay.
Like, again, remember, it starts from the top.
Okay.
You are putting in something into our kids. So I need to make sure that you yourself are equipped to make sure our kids, because a lot of kids don't even know how to read. There are no trainings being provided. Continuing education trainings for them. The thing we're doing 5 years ago, we're not doing it again today. So knowledge is power, Kamara. Knowledge is power. So when I go, I provide trainings for the teachers. I see what they're doing. They show me. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. Like the new thing now, if I can say that, is self-contained. In my background, self-contained, you cannot put a child in a self-contained classroom without evaluation. But now they're like the school I went to, Kids Smart at VOA by Hotel Africa. They say they have self-contained, and it's being loosely used now. And it told me in their interpretation is that self-contained, I mean you're one teaching all the subject, but the reality of it, that's not self-contained. So when I open up the eyes to these different things and give them resources to look at what curriculum we're going by, and target what children, the age group. You in a classroom, there's nothing in the classroom. Things should be visual. Kids learn like that. There's nothing in the whole classroom, it's just bare. So as an educator, I got a lot of resources that I can bring to give to my and not just any kind of things to give here back to my people here in Liberia.
Okay, I will come back to abuse. I mean, we have the urban and rural areas. Where is it pervasive?
You'll be surprised. In the rural area, you know why? Tradition. Even though it's heavy here in the city. But in a rural area,
so the good thing about the city is it's exposed.
It's exposed.
It can be reported.
It can be reported easily. You can tell me I can lock somebody up, but in the rural area, they will say, like the one old lady, Pastor, tired you, leave it alone.
Now, family settlement.
Yes. So the amount of
what needs to be done to change that tide?
Then you go in and do you break tradition? Tradition absolutely can be broken if it's wrong. And if you are abusing somebody, but because you believe that tradition, or when a man say, he won't have fun because that he wife, they say that you have to do certain things. Tradition can be broken and it can be corrected if it's wrong. So that's a major problem too that we are facing.
Is there a future plan for I'm somebody to, deal with traditional leaders on that?
For me, I'm a traditional girl. I all the time I stay in the States, I still speak to the Bassa and all of that.
Hmm.
And that is the goal, to be able to have a dialogue in
Okay.
a good, respectful way, to have a dialogue with them. Because for them, if you come harsh, what I observe, because when I go, I try to observe,
Hmm.
you will not get any results. That is the goal. Because our mothers are dying. And some of them, when they open up to you, Kamara, the things that are being done, when they start to peel that orange, it's painful. It's very painful.
Mm.
So, and some of the men go, some of the couple of villages, they will go all day. When they come, they tire, they just won't eat. That's it. The woman can go anywhere. She can't talk. She can't do any that. Those are all psychological abuse. But again, if you don't know something,
Mm.
you can't give what you don't have. So to answer your question, sir, absolutely. To bring awareness, 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 awareness.
Okay. Okay, if you just joined us, you're listening to the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio. My name is Vafle Kamara, and this morning I'm speaking with Madam Omondi Johnson Welje, the founder and executive director of I Am Somebody International, non governmental organization working with young women, girls, and students, and all that. Now, do you have partnered clinics, that you channel healthcare through for maybe victims of
Yeah.
sexual violence
Hmm.
and all that?
I have one that I've been working with. It's called Divine Joy. It's in Caldwell.
Okay.
Yes. I have another one in Jalatan because and you may say, oh, you yeah and yeah, yeah, but at this time we gotta be yeah and yeah.
Mm.
When we complete one and it's going well, we go to the next place. To equip them to even teach the healthcare protectors how to identify abuse.
Mm.
Yes. So when it comes from medical attention, they know what to do, what questions to ask, and not to be yelling and screaming at them. So yes, I do. I've been working with the Joy Divine Clinic for about 4 years, not
Mhm.
only providing trainings and giving them things that help the clinic needs, but also teaching them how to identify
Mm.
women that come in here who are abused.
How key is confidentiality in the work you do?
Oh, thank you, Kamara. You know, Liberia, I don't know. It's important. We just had a training at last week
Hmm.
about HIPAA, keeping people things safe. People come, even they walk in a clinic, you telling them about the thing they came for last week, the assessment, the thing, while other people sitting there. And those are some of the trainings I provide. Confidentiality in the healthcare or any sector is important because if they don't feel safe and if you can't keep their information, they're not going to come back to you. Then nobody will know the person came to you, talking to the clinic, they told you so and so and so. They go back home. Everybody in the community finna know about it. Maybe because one of the healthcare worker live in our community,
Hmm.
he or she not spread it to everybody. So I enforce on that heavily about confidentiality, privacy acts, privacy law. You cannot go, you can get sued for that.
Mm.
Now, I don't know about here, but you can't go spreading people personal information. I just had a training on that last week. The
Hmm.
important, and every year I come, we go back on it again, the importance of confidentiality, because people, once they feel safe
Hmm.
to talk, the goal is to communicate. They will open up and talk.
Wow. Great. We'll see if we can talk to our listeners this morning. So moving forward, what is the plans of I'm Somebody?
The plan of I Am Somebody, one, again, I say I want to open up a safe haven for girls and women.
You want to construct
If I
home?
have a building that somebody want to rent out,
Mm.
fine. That's the goal right now because I'm not in a position to build something,
Okay.
but I know there are
You can
plenty.
rent out.
There are plenty of buildings around here, and I wanted to just fix it up nicely.
Mm.
We have social worker on on base. We have other counselors, even some of my friends from the States. I have a good friend in the States, Utah. She's a counselor as well. So I have those kind of help. But the goal is to have a safe haven for them. Like I said, I haven't seen one here, and I stand to be corrected. Or have a safe haven for them where they can go to, because this is where the organization was birthed out of. So I
Mm.
must maintain it while I'm doing these other sectors.
Okay.
Yes.
And how soon you want to do that?
I'm looking at within a year, by
Okay.
the grace of God.
Okay. So right now you're back. I know you'll be going back. So what is it that you're involved with right now?
Right now, I'm involved with one girl at a time with drugs.
Okay. Now
Yes.
let's talk about drugs. What is it about drugs that you want to get involved with?
Um, Kamara, and it's a sensitive issue because I have a family member who is struggling right now.
Mm.
And I say one girl at a time because I believe the women, and we can empower women, we can educate and we can make them better, we can make the world better. So the one girl at a time,
Mm.
when you walk around, when you see half of our population, or almost half are either young girls are prostituting themselves, and the drug crisis should be a epidemic right now in our country. You have all forms. And last year I came, I worked with, I went to the Hope House, and shout out to Miss Josephine Koluba,
Mm.
shout out to Miata Kamara, who are doing their thing. But they can't do it all.
Mm.
So if I, Omoyone, can take one girl, get her, if she's willing,
Mm.
I'm not forcing anybody, I'm tying nobody up, no. If you're willing, I'm willing to work with you. She then in return can go back and get another girl. Right now, that is the issue right now. That
Mm.
is the current issue. That is the disease that is spreading.
Yeah, I know you're becoming very emotional, but you think there is women, the population of women involved with drug addiction is high. I mean, yesterday I was with one popular businessman, Jetty, who was distributing hot meals around,
Mhm,
and we were at Center Street, and I saw a couple of them, women, some have been there, some just fresh from,
mhm.
and they are there. So are women your targets, or you want to do
Always
both?
women. I want to do women and girls. Girls, women, anyone are willing, but the female
But
sex.
sometimes you have to make them willing, because they're in a state of, you have to convince them.
Kamara, when it comes to that particular thing, you can make anybody to do when it comes to that.
Mm.
With my trainings and things like that I've had, you can make, they have to decide, because I can make you, provide the resources, provide the counseling, but if you're not ready, like my cousin, I have a cousin who is struggling right now, and I try to make him
Mm.
to be ready, still.
So how you want to do the rehabilitation like?
Well, I'm working with like Miata Kamaro.
Mhm.
I'm working with her and one girl at a time, like I said, to see. So usually she can find him. Usually they'll come to her, So in that case, if they're coming to her, that tells me something. That means I get on it quickly, with the detox, and because it's not a 6 month finish. They all clean now, they finish. Okay, they clean now, they finish. What's next? Because I
Mhm.
tell you what, they're vulnerable.
Mm.
And if there's nothing, if there's no trainings, there's nothing provided for them to do, they're gonna go back.
Mhm.
So yeah, we get them detox, we get them clean up, off the street. Then what next? So then I'm thinking,
Mm.
about trainings. What can be done? Decorating,
Skill,
sewing,
make them
some
skilled.
kind of skill. Teach them how to fish. Because if they're less busy, and they go back, because so if the mind is made up and they're ready, then I thinking like I'm working with one right now. I'm working with one. I'm trusting God that she will not go back.
Mm.
You know, but it's tough.
So when you clean them up, you detox them, you getting involved in it means that you have to get in partnership with some vocational training
Quick,
institute.
quick, quick. Yes, it
Okay.
has to be quick.
So when you want to start that?
Well, I started with one already. I started
Okay.
with one girl already, And I'll be talking to a few people who have, like, I have a family member, she does decorating, she got a class for decorating, making different, sewing and all
Yeah.
those kind of thing.
Mhm.
So, and even because this girl that I'm working with, she said she used to sell fish,
Okay.
you know. But the counseling, Kamara, is very important. We can't just leave them like that. Even with the training, even if they're doing the training, because especially the heroin the kids are taking, the dopamine in the brain, that's what it's messing with, and the health problem, the long-term health problems. That's why I try to explain to them to be aware, know what you're doing before you get into it. So that's where I am right now.
Mm. Okay. Call us on 0800514 0800514 or 07705818886. My guest this morning is Omondi Johnson Welje. She's a Liberian based in the States, but she's back. She comes every year to help disadvantaged and underprivileged young women involved with drug abuse or physical abuse experienced in the homes. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I think I agree with my sister
Yeah,
because
what's your name first?
I know some of them are coming from the district.
Okay.
All right. This morning I came from the cannot say to go wash my car. So I'm going with some young fresh on the I don't know how to call it on the blood, right? They coach right in front of me. So I call it all again. I said, "Ma, what's her name?" Actually, said she showed me her name. As a player, as a body thing that you're doing, you know it's not good for you. You need to go to be instead of video selling this person, yeah, you doing the one, you doing shit, all the one, I said, but all the one, and for session, put me on the street, no, for session, do not put you on the street to go all of here, let them. They get, I don't know, man, this morning I felt bad, man.
Mm.
Yeah, I felt bad, I don't even know what to say, my brother, I felt bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. What's the name?
This is Sanu Kawa, and I phone in from Bomi County.
Okay, Sano, let's hear you.
Thank you, family. Thank you to your studio guests. I think I'm following the conversation this morning. And as similarly as young people, we are involved in similar things you do. We even managed to meet some of the females who are part of those girls in the street. And at the other time, we took two of them at the local association, Radio Bomi, and they expressed their willingness that indeed they want to come up. But we are planning to have a program yesterday. We call it a dinner for them, so that we invite other people to be able to speak to them and encourage them. But due to some issue about the resources, we're not able to do so. But anyway, we are even found out with Radio Bomi, so we postponed it for August the 24th. We appreciate if this video were going to be a help to us, because family is very, very serious. If you come to Tomonbel family, you will see most of our young girls, even 2, 3 in the street. Well, we begin talking to them, we talk with them, but they are expressing their willingness. Even they decide that they want to go to the Tibet. Well, we know that the Bomi Community College have a component of the Tibet component where you can go here. They are willing to do so, but it's really challenging for us. There's a youth organization that we organize called.
Yeah, call your number in the organization name. Maybe you people can partner right now.
Yeah, my number is 0770.
Okay.
973908.
973908.
Yeah, and we call it the Bomi County Advocacy Team.
Okay.
Yeah, and just before I go, we are also involved in that we identify more than young kids, 2, 3 years old children from the community that are suffering from hernia. And so we're able to identify someone. As we speak now, we travel to the government hospital.
Okay.
And they were successfully operated, discharged, and we train them to their family. But there are other cases also in the counties.
Okay, she will get in touch, and she will also announce her number, how other people interested in this area can get connected to her. But let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning, family.
Yeah, morning.
Thank you, family. Thank you for having me, the privilege. Mi mamá en tu pequeño, Union Chairperson of the People's Liberation Party, here to Montreal County. Let me use this opportunity to say good morning to your student guests and to my principal. Well, let me appreciate your student guest, and I don't know if she's a young woman, but not watching the program.
Yeah, she's a young woman.
Okay, having a young woman, devoting her time, to society, I think traveling to appreciate the young woman for the support she's giving to our country, and this is why we will encourage other young people who I think they have the opportunity to transform the life of all of our children. And my name is I just want to say that your country appreciates you. Okay? This thing you are involved into transforming the life of young people, especially those women, not only young people, but women or girls who are exposed to gender-based violence and all sorts of traumatic conditions in their homes. We must appreciate it, and we want to give it out to you. As a person, want to give it out to you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Call us on 080-514-096. Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Father.
Yeah.
This is Mr. There from Association of Language and Data and National Library.
Okay. You affected by the July 26th celebration too? You don't want to talk loud?
Sorry again, Father.
I know. Go ahead.
Thank you, man. I just want to speak back to my daughter in studio.
In number one.
Your name. The mother name, you know, Madame. That's the same as that would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ni number them when in there or in number name at the Tuambo. Would do the same as I would be a more podo sing. Yeah, we will be a moment in the one that you.
Eh, Papa, more you know, more no more again. Producer, what to on in no more, no more there to no more again. Now,
number Mars. Number Mars 07776. 70. 223.
Ninyo
There, BEH. But we're there and
yeah, bear, okay,
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, good morning to your studio guys. Good morning to Peace Land to Liberia. Yeah, this is a very fun program. I want to applaud your guys for the fast happiness for taking this program. For the past 5 years, our females have been marginalized in so many directions, which the government is not particularly looking at those informations. So I want to say thanks. You should keep it up. When we shall have removed George Weah, Joseph Blacker will be the best point to support all those programs, to materialize programs against women. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Pablo.
Yeah.
This is Dara Master. Good morning, my dear social worker.
Good morning and thank you.
I will want to talk to you later after your show. You should please just leave me your number. I am a general social worker, and we have been really wanting somebody that will put programs together. That if government can support social work in Liberia, then I think these these addictions and whatnot would be subjected to discuss confidentially. Okay, I'm a generally social worker.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take this last call. Morning.
Good morning, Father Gamal.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to your my name is Rosella Songali, and I call from Rehab resident. I'd like to tell her because where I live, there's a lot of cases my own landlord cares on the street that the community are lived in. And most of them don't like school. They are very beautiful. I'm gonna go to school next year. My teacher will spend 2 months in the school. And then all they can do is go see every night with different men to find out their breast or support ourselves. So I would like to appreciate her. And this is not for politics like Kala left the land. This is not for politics. or Vocational Foundation, I think need to be able to help in that direction. This is my purpose. Thank you for the question and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And the thing about the radio is instinct. What people say, it goes, and it's so difficult to control people's thoughts. But this is squarely non-political, and I think Omondi's job is squarely humanitarian.
Yes. If I can just add something quickly, Kamara, I am under no influence of anybody. For me, it's just a passion that I have for children. It's not political. I have nothing to do with that. That is not my area. And I don't want to have nothing to, that would bring in politics and all of that. I'm doing what God has called me to do and for my society and for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I have children myself, so they can come and see.
Yeah. So you listen to the callers, couple of concerns, commendations for what you do, partnerships, interest, and all that.
And we're all speaking the same language. It's just a matter of how, do we move forward, and what kind of help that can be provided. And sometimes, and the dialogue again, Kamara, it helps a lot because they know we can connect. There's some people we can help. There's no way we can help everybody or save everybody, but at least let's start somewhere. And that's my job, is to start somewhere. It's the reason why I leave my kids abroad, my family, to come to Liberia, is because my DNA is here. You see a whole lot of African Americans now all over looking for who they are, because during slavery, all those were taken. And I am a bastard woman here. My goal is to try to help to eradicate one day these drug problems, and to make our society, to make Liberia better. It starts with one. The power starts with one.
Okay. So what is how sustainable is what is the guarantee for sustainability for what you do?
Again, is in both sectors, the abuse, because all tie into each other. If they're on drugs, they're being abused, and then we have the women and girls who are not on drugs who are being abused. But I believe, we want better. We want a better environment for our children. We want a better society for the next generation, and it is it is my hope to sustain and using the resources, my partners back home, my church back home, to help and bring these things back, to try, at least, like I said, one girl or one woman at a time.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you on the Super Morning Show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, Kumar. It was a pleasure as well.
Thank you. Well, she's Omondi Johnson, where she's a Liberian based in the United States, helping. She's the executive director of I'm Somebody, local international organization. Also, my name is Vafle Kamara. Next up, I'll be speaking to the managing director of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, G. Afonso Gay, right here on the Super Morning Show.